Hello my dear friends, welcome to my yoga classes and online tutorials. And special huge welcome if you're new to yoga or if this is the first time to practice with me. So today is just a short tutorial on how to get on the mat. So first thing is giving yourself the time and space. So when you decide that you're doing a yoga practice, just give yourself the time that you're shutting down everything else. You're not looking into your phones, you're not going on social media, you're not talking to your kids or your pets or your husbands or your friends, you're not answering the phone. You're just taking, for example, this 30 minutes practice for yourself. You're on the mat, it's just you and your mat. You're breathing and relaxing and totally focused. So you need to make a space that is comfortable for you. If you do have a yoga mat, that's a great thing. If you need to buy one, there are lots of yoga mats out there. You can find them in Go Sport or in Oscar, in Alpha Market, in I think Carrefour have some as well. So you can buy yourself a yoga mat. If you don't have, no big deal. You can just get a towel or just practice on the carpet if it feels comfortable. So time and space is the first thing that you need. Second of all, most important thing in yoga is breathing. So you need your breath. So you have to be committed to the breath. I know some people will tell me we breathe all the time. Yes, but I want you to breathe consciously. So throughout a yoga practice, you're taking full inhales and full exhales, bringing your focus and attention to the breath, making sure that you're breathing consciously. So as we breathe in a yoga practice, I ask you to take the breath all the way down to your stomach and fill the stomach with air when you inhale. And as you exhale, you take all the air out, empty the stomach from air, maybe pulling the navel in to take this little extra amount of air out of your stomach, out of your chest and out of your nose. We will get more and more into the breathing. And of course, there are different breathing techniques that I will teach you throughout some of our practices. Third point, I just want you to take it easy. So you don't have to push yourself way too hard, and you don't have to keep thinking, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? So just take it easy on yourself and do what you can. So if I'm offering you an easier variation of one of the poses, you can just take the easy variation if it feels good in your body. But if you want to challenge yourself and take it up a little bit, try to challenge yourself. If it's not coming, just accept where you are. I just want you to respect your body. So yoga is more about accepting where you are right now and respecting your body and trusting the process. What does that mean? It means that you trust if you're here in this pose, you cannot reach any further than this right now. You trust that later on, with practice, you will reach further and further and further in whatever pose. Just trust the process. So our next point is, I just want to talk a little bit about something that's called Bandhas, because you might hear this term throughout the practice whenever I'm practicing with you. Sometimes I will tell you, engage your Bandhas. What are Bandhas? Bandhas are the energy locks of the body. We have 3 energy locks in the body. We have the Mula Bandha, the Uddiyana Bandha and the Jalandhara Bandha. Mula Bandha is down in the pelvic floor area. This is where you engage the pelvic floor muscles up. See, pulling your groins away from the floor, finding this up motion, engaging your muscles up. Uddiyana Bandha is in the lower abs, right below the navel. This is where you engage your lower abs in. So you find this singe in the abs, and finding this up and in motion, finding this strong core here in the lower abs. The third bandha is the Jalandhara Bandha. This bandha, we don't use it in our practice, we don't use it in our vinyasa flows, we just use it while meditation. So this is where you lock the third energy lock of your body. So Mula Bandha engaged, Uddiyana Bandha engaged, and this is the third when you're sitting in meditation, so that you keep the energy flowing inside you. So when you keep the energy inside you, what happens is that you flow better, you get better into the flow. So those are the bandhas. So Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, I will ask you to keep them engaged as much as you can. So whenever you remember or whenever I remind you to engage your bandhas, I just want you to really engage your core and lower abs, pulling up and in, okay? Also, when you lock the three bandhas together, when you are in meditation, we call this Mahabandha, when all three are engaged. Okay? We will not get into this term, we will not get into the Jalandhara Bandha as well. Throughout yoga practice, maybe we'll need it in meditation. The last point, I will just get into how to stand on your mat, where to press on the feet and where to press on the palms whenever we're pressing down on the mat. So how do we place our feet on the mat? The foot, we have base of the big toe, base of the pinky toe, and base of the heel. We want all 3 points to be planted down on the mat. And I want the toes to be free to lift up and down. So I don't want you to grab with the toes down like a hook. I just want you to place and plant those 3 points on the mat, and toes are free to lift up and down. Also, sometimes in some posture, I will ask you to press against the outer edge of the foot, because sometimes we're really pressing more inward. Sometimes in other poses, the base of the big toe tend to come up. So just listen to my cueing while practicing, and this will help you a lot get more and better into the poses. Our feet is the foundation. This is where we root down. We find our roots. Rooting down to rise requires strong base, strong roots in the feet. Same thing in the palms. Whenever we plant our palms down, we have the base of the index finger, base of the pinky finger, and base of the thumb, all 3 points planted down, and the tips of the fingers. So it should be something like this. Okay? Because in some postures, when we're really pressing down on the palm, this base of the index finger comes up, and we have to remind ourselves to bring it back down so that we have strong foundation of what we call, sometimes in yoga we call those bandhas as well, because you have this, the foot is locked down, connecting to the energy of the ground, Mother Earth, and the palm as well. So sometimes you call this hasta bandha and pada bandha, but we don't use this term a lot. I don't use it personally in my vinyasa flows. So those are all the tips that I have for you, just to get you started on the mat. And now you're all ready. If you do get those points, you're all ready, and you're always ready because you do have your breath. And I always say, if you know how to breathe, you are a yogi. If you're not breathing, whatever you're doing with your body and doing this crazy postures, this is not yoga. So yoga is all about the breath. The breath is the most important thing in yoga. So if you have your breath, you have it. Just join me on the mat. So my upcoming online yoga class is yoga for immune system and lymphatic node system. I will explain more about it in the next video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this video as well. So may we all be safe, may we all be in good health. Lots of love from my heart to yours. Namaste, everyone.